Hello and welcome to the first in a series on Meyers devices and their corresponding cuts. In this session we'll be going over the schielhauw and how it starts the first device. The schielhauw is the cut that starts this device, so it makes sense that we get a better understanding of it and how to perform it. Gripping our sword with our thumb placed against the schilt, we strike at the outside edge with the outside flat of our sword. This causes a springing motion, flexing our blade and hitting them in the temple. Here are some examples of using the flat edge and the outside edge against their outside edge.
I'll just show you if I do it with this edge, just to see how
So here's an example of me using my outside edge on their outside edge and not landing strike, and then going over using strength to break their guard and land a strike.
But ultimately, coming in, you can just do that like everything, or it's just snap it and whipping it into the face. If this isn't going to land.
So this is the first part of the first device. If the schielhauw strike does not land and they block it, then I immediately strike down low to their right on their forearm, ending in an ox position so I am protected from any other incoming strikes. Here I'm explaining the full process of doing the first device.
You see how, like, just keeping the head there takes it out of the way. There's no need to do this whole thing around. It made sense that then just changing the position of your head allows me to take that strike in there. If Aaron doesn't want to get hit in the arm, so that's not work. I'm going to take another step, I'm going to come here. He doesn't want to get hit here, so he's going to block it. But I'm going to feign it and come to the side again. So I'm not going to do a complete foot movement. I'm going to make it look like, from this position, I'm going to make it look like it's coming there, but I'm actually going to strike it, and I'm going to use the pommel to flip it in, so I'm not relying on my whole body, but combining together you get a faster strike. So it's not slow. So if I just use my waist, I suppose, just come in here, that's my waist, I come this way, and I do that, and Aaron doesn't want to get hit here, you can block it. Like that, I've got to be quick. So if he blocks it, that's annoying. Ultimately, this is the end of the play. You can bring it back around here into a hanging guard, and you step back. And if you come to the cut, you can. So the whole thing, this is the whole first play, should be. And that's it, and then you step back after that cut time. Basically, just covering yourself. So it's like an arm circle or something. Whatever feels comfortable from that position. You can just bring it back and do that. Keep the point at them, and you're out of danger. So one more time. Just go there. That's worked. And again, it's almost like that triangle step. I'm going to keep talking about it, but I'm now at 45 pounds and I've got a good cover. So I've almost got him from behind, but I've got this bit, and his likelihood of swinging the sword now, to me, is kind of there, but I've struck him in the head at this point as well, so it's kind of good. So if we get kitted up, and we'll go through that a few times. Some people will go and hit head, which is perfectly fine. Just either stop short of it, or just, if you do it as I've not landed the head strike, so I'm going to go for the forearm strike. And then if you get to the point where you land the head strike again, just ignore it and go, I've not landed any and I'm going to retreat. And then when you rotate around, you get to do it. So there's everyone will get to hit each other in the head. Who wants to do that? Okay? Sound good?
To start the first device, we raise our blade up high, antagonizing the opponent into striking at us. We then immediately perform the schielhauw strike. If this is blocked, we strike low to their right. If this is blocked, we feign a cut to their left and then strike with a zwerked cut to the top of their head, moving back with a defensive stance and then ready to fight Myers does not go into too much detail about the footwork. He just states that you step fully into their left with your right and then fully into their right with your left. This helps with the first two cuts. The second part of this device, footwork, is not necessarily key. What is key is making sure that your timing and distance is correct. Being too close means you will not be able to perform these moves and get bound up in their blade and yours. So what do we do if the opponent decides to try and strike us after we have failed to land the second cut? When our second strike is blocked, we keep contact with their blade and wait for any stimulus to indicate whether they are about to cut us. As soon as we feel the stimulus, we then step forward and strike down to their forearms or across their chest. We found when performing this, keeping contact with the blade, we were able to guide their blade away from us and then strike up high to their throat or across their chest. And that completes Meyers' first device and the corresponding cut, the schielhauw. I hope this video was helpful. I've been Jack from Red Dragon Longsword Academy, and thank you for watching.